my afternoon peeps. It's currently Sunday, February 8th, 2026, currently 12:20 p.m. I just wanted to basically give a breakdown of my current standings in stocks on a whole and just, I guess, where I stand up until today. I've a list of things that I wanted to talk about in the video, so if you see me looking at my hand, that's why. But before I get into the stocks or stock that I currently have and the amount of money that I have in it and whatnot, I have a red book that I leave on this table every single day, and once I come home from class, I come inside the dorm room, I look down on the table and I see this book, and it really just reminds me, or just keeps me accountable of the things that I said I wanted to do for this year. So in this book, let me just change the angle of the camera real quick. From Wednesday, December 31st, 2025, I wrote down some goals that I had in mind for 2026, and I wrote them in this book again to keep me accountable. And I also use this book as a way to, I guess, reflect on the day and see if I'm actually moving towards those goals or progressively taking action to actually achieve what I said I want to achieve. Is the 11th goal. So it's to save a minimum of 5% of the profits from each business each month for emergency funds. And when I say emergency funds, I'm really just talking about stocks, and say invest in the stock market each month, no matter how small the amount is. And so far, like I said, today is February 8th, and I have invested in January and February thus far. So I'm actually doing quite well in terms of following through with what I said I wanted to follow through with. Yeah, so I'm gonna bring up the laptop and just get in on the stocks. My portfolio. I don't know if you guys know about My Money JA. It's like an online platform that you can even download on the App Store about basically Jamaican stocks, and you can log in using your Gmail account, sign up, and track your stocks there. Why I don't just go on Jamaica Stock Exchange and just look at the prices is because it doesn't give me as an in-depth detail or go into detail into my account or the stocks that I have. So for example, for Trans Jamaica, it would tell me the market price, my volume, but it will also tell me my average cost, because you know that once you actually buy the shares, basically the price that you bought it for actually goes up because you didn't take into consideration fees and whatnot. So what this app will do for you, or this website, it will actually take into consideration the fees and give you your actual average cost that you bought per share. Yes, as you can see, I currently have $4,999.02 invested into the stock market, and the current portfolio value is $4,439.40. I'm losing currently $11.19. 11.19%. Jesus. Yeah. So down here, I have 755 units of Trans Jamaica Highway, and my average cost is $6.62. When I click on it, you're going to see. So when you click on it, wait a second. Yeah. So on the 28th of January, about 550 units for $6.73. But when you take the fees into consideration, it actually went up to $6.79 per share. About 39 units, and I know, guys, this seems like a very small amount, but from someone who is starting all over again, I completely emptied all of my accounts, and I went ahead and bought a machine to try and go into a different, I guess, industry or investment or asset. So I don't know, for me this still feels like a very good way of just starting over. At least I just getting my foot back into the door and finally taking the necessary actions to grow or build myself back up to where I was, and even better than I was before. So yeah, on the 29th of January, I also bought 39 shares for $6.50 per share. So as you see that throughout the time period, the prices were actually dropping. So apparently I bought at a peak, and over time, and that's a good thing. That's the good thing to about consistently buying shares, even though it's only been 3 days. I plan on continuing to buy every month, as you saw in as one of my goals for this year. But that's the thing about average or dollar cost averaging. When you consistently buy every single week or every single month or whatnot, you basically get to average out the highs and the lows. So you just get like a flat base. So instead of me only buying once and buying at such a high price at the time of $6.73, because I'm constantly buying, I got the opportunity to buy low as well, kind of averaging out my current average purchase cost per share, which is $6.62. At the time, the market price closed at $5.88. And as you can see, my lifetime sales total for this stock has been 666K, and my capital gains has been 63,000. So you can tell that I'm not really lying, guys. I made 50 some K in 2025, and yeah, as I said, I've been doing this for a while. I started doing this in like high school, and I've made some money. Can even show you some of my exited stocks. I had Wisinco, Spur Tree, Tropical, Battery, CPJ, Fontana, Jamaica Highway, 138, Fesco, Tita. But yeah, that's my account right now. I use JMB to buy my stocks. Why I use JMB? Because to me it's just quite easy. I just go on my phone. If I have money in my account, yeah man, let me just show you. Hold on. Yeah, I really just use JMB as my account that I just use to buy stocks. So my available cash is quite low. I don't really use it to like do any like transactions on a day-to-day basis. So as you can see, my non-cash is $4,439.40, but that's because, as I showed you on the laptop, I'm losing over $500. So that's why it's not saying $4,999.02. So once I get the money in the account, I just literally transfer it over. I'll press transfer, and I just send the money over into my investment account, and then I just go over here on the stock section. Give it a second, yeah, and you can see it says 755 units. So like even over here, you have like the market, your portfolio, tools, news that you can like log on to if you don't want to like go on Google it by yourself. And even though it is good to do your own research and find things that aren't even on this app, but they do give you like somewhat of like a synopsis of information that you can just look through and read, all like in just one space. You can go on the market, and this is not even a sponsor. Like my YouTube account or channel isn't even big to get sponsorship, but yeah, it's like all the stocks that's on the market right now. You can just look on, you can click any one of them, you can go into, you can scroll down, go into news, you can learn about them, prospectus, all that good stuff, and just read about it. You have dividends, financial results, all that stuff. So over here, oh yeah, it is saying that I'm losing $559.62, just like the account. So here it's saying I'm losing 11.19% of my money. But if I click on it, it just like showing me the queue, the buy and sell queue. But it's not my money JA. It's not going to like give me like a, I guess, bird's eye view of using my money JA essentially. I like it. In my opinion, I can see everything I want to see. So I buy the stocks on JMB, and then I track it using my money JA. Hopefully I can continue to consistently put money into it. And I know a lot of people saying that $5,000 is no money, but that's not really the point of this video. I'm not trying this to say I have a little bit of money or a lot of money. I'm just like giving, I guess, people and myself a documentation or a documented video of where I currently am in February of 2026. And hopefully I can consistently put 1,000, 5,000, and the more money I earn, the more money I hope to place in it on a consistent basis. Why I decided to only put $5,000 into it, because I'm thinking about money that I know I don't necessarily have to be completely dependent on. Like if something is supposed to happen tomorrow, I know that I have the ability to live without this $5,000. And as my income grows from different income streams, I will be putting more and more into it on a regular basis. And I do have a system in which I decide upon stocks. It's not really hard. You just, I guess, read and see how best the financials look. You know, if you're a person that is investing for the long term or short term, if you care about dividends, or, you know, if you see any growth in the company based on like factual information and how the board members work, and are they like competent people, all sorts of things. There's some books that you can read, like The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham and stuff like that to assist you. You can also watch some podcasts. I've been watching a lot of videos on Tyrone Wilson and Kintyre Holdings. I see myself investing in that in the future, and also, but as you all can see, I will be keeping everyone up to date with the decisions I make in this journey called life. So yeah, that's really it. $5,000 invested at this time, currently losing 11% of it. I don't really feel anywhere about it because I know the market is up and down all the time, but eventually, knowing that the nothing has actually changed about the business and it's still a great business to invest in and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's really the video. I hope you like this little breakdown, I guess, or is it an update? I really know. But yeah, guys, just take the first step, even if it's just $5, bro. Just start investing from now and that snowball rolling. So later.